How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles, and we are back with Sorcery. The first part of, I think there's 3 of them on Steam, but I couldn't be exactly sure. They're probably going to make like 5 of them. It'll probably be like a Poppy's Playtime kind of thing. Alright, previously we decided to go sleeping in a tent next to a river. Personally, I wouldn't have gone next to the river, but whatever. And we heard a splosh. Well, what went splosh? I don't know. Migo splash. I don't know. One of those things. So our choices are either we can either listen or we can sit up and look. I personally do want to look, but I'm afraid of being spotted. So I'm going to just stay still and listen and see what happens. Okay. Reason that you are well hidden by the rocks. I didn't know those were a factor in this. You keep your breathing quiet and listen. Creatures, 2 or 3 of them. They're splashing in the stream. Perhaps washing, perhaps throwing stones, or catching fish. No, I'd rather not get involved with this. Let's stay low. You stay silent, listening closely. After a while, they seem to tire of their game. The valley falls quiet, and still once more. I'm going to try to sleep. Okay, you sigh until to go back to sleep. A moment later, something... Oh, fuck. A moment later, something heavy and hard hits you right in the face. Then everything goes black. Well, I'm sorry. If I'm going camping somewhere, I'd imagine that no one would goddamn find me. Oh. I'm being kidnapped. Okay. So they take me here. Or maybe they go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe they visit here for a McDonald's. They go here fishing. They play in the water again. Then they go frolicking in the grass, like a lot. Go to some trees, and then they go to their home. Do it. You know, the more I do that, the more I realise it's not really worth making this big, long line. It actually takes away a lot. Oh my god, it's a bit weird looking at the screen as well. It's running around like Sonic the Hedgehog. After having a bit too much coffee in the morning, even though I don't think he even drinks coffee. Unless you played Sonic Unleashed, in which case maybe. Alright, still halfway between sleeping and waking, you feel the presence of your spirit, the fox, which was the panther but changed for some reason, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left Alamland, just as you have changed, but still running beside you. In the temple they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, even save you from certain death. But the spirit's not generous and decline to help often. Okay, I can't ask for the spirit's aid using the pray button, so where am I? You are tied up on the floor of a hut, and you are not alone. Nearby you hear the scuffle of many feet. Alright, considering listening didn't work last time, let's try and look around. You flip open your eyes, taking care to lie still. You see your belongings lying a short distance away in the dirt. Around you patter tiny feet, and a few more feet hover a few inches in the air above the ground. Elvens, then. If I sit up, someone's going to spot me, aren't they? And because they knocked me out, that can't be good. Maybe let's wait. Oh yeah, these guys look great. Especially like that guy trying to grab his crotch or something. Like this. This, yes. The guard noticing you're awake, even though like lying, still doing nothing, leans out the doorway and calls sharply. Soon a small crowd is gathered around you. What a bunch of... Oh, I love that pet dog mouse thing. One of the group, some kind of leader, steps forward. Traveller, he declares. We are creatures of pleasure and enjoyment. It is such a great pleasure to have a visitor in our poor hamlet. I don't know what this voice is, but I am determined to voice act all of these things. So I ask now, how will you entertain us here? I will kill you all. Yeah, totally. I don't know what magic would be a good idea, except zap. But I could just try and make a random word. I will show you magic. I will show you magic. The chief claps his hands with glee, and so do the others in the crowd. Excellent. Maybe I can trick my way out of this. I'll ask them to untie my hands first. Very good, but I cannot weave a spell with my hands tied. The elven consider this for a moment and quickly decide. One approaches with a knife and holds it close to your face for a few seconds. Then he last rolls you over roughly and cuts the rope around your wrists. Now, declares the chief, entertain us. Yeah, let's perform a spell. I will show you a spell. The elven chief nods. Alright, now again, I don't really know any of the spells, and I didn't take the time between episodes to read up on the spells. And I don't know which one of these would work. What does D do? Okay, well, seems to be pointing me in some direction. Dud? What does Dud do? Illusion of treasure. Yes? Okay. Oh, something that actually did good! Nice! You cast the spell, focus your mind on a large rock in one corner of the hut. Before their eyes, the elven see this rock turn to a mound of glittering treasure. They gasp with delight, smiling happily and congratulating you. Then one of the ventures over to touch... so one of them it's meant to be. Then one of them ventures over to touch the jewels, and as he does so, you release the spell. A great cheer goes up as the treasure pile disappears. An excellent performance, the chief declares. Well, if I say I must go now, he's probably going to be like, I will burn you at the stake for being a witch. So I'm going to say thank you. Thank you, you nod your head. But we have kept you from your road. The chief waits for his tribespeople to clear a route to the door, and the little creatures cheer. You gather up your belongings, and they set you on the path out of the village. Alright, well, that don't seem so bad. That actually made my trip go quicker, and I didn't lose anything. Heck, look, I got some of my stamina back. So what was the problem? Nothing. Okay, so I guess I better go, unless there's something else I can do. No, I've chosen my way to go. Alright, go to the bridge. So that actually all worked out. I'm going at light speed here. Waving back to the oven as you walk, you reach the river once more, but now the path goes across it. Beyond you can see a long wide track with trees lining the left-hand edge and a wide field of long grass on the right. In the far distance, a colour of smoke indicates a village. The evening is beginning to draw in. What are you talking about? I literally just woke up! It would be good to reach town before the light is gone. No, I don't trust that bridge. Before crossing, you make sure to test the guy ropes of the bridge to ensure it is sound. I've never heard of guy ropes before, but it seems safe enough. Satisfied, you make your way across the boards. In the middle of the bridge, well, why didn't you check the other side of the bridge, you idiot? In the middle of the bridge, a man stops you. Halt, he declares. This is my bridge, and to cross you must pay the toll. For what? For what? You look over the aged guy ropes, the warped boards. What is there to pay for? Do you think these bridges build themselves? Do you think it's easy living out here? An outcast from Kistatanti, trying to feed my children? This is why I found out it's like a woman. I've got the completely wrong voice for this. When barely anyone takes these paths anyway, the man, oh thank God for that, is nothing better than a beggar. The toll is just 1 gold piece, he says. It's very reasonable. I have no gold. You lie. I'm glad the game caught on that. He pulls a face and stands up straight suddenly. Oh, you don't? Oh, well, never mind then. What an idiot. Have a good day, stranger. And with that, he strides away whistling. You... What? I would have thought the game would have been like, no, you bad liar. Bad main character. But no, lying is apparently a good thing in this game. You head off down the bridge and back onto the path, none the wiser. You have a long way still to travel today. Even though you said that, it's going to be nighttime soon, apparently. There is a village over here, but I can't seem to go over there for some reason. I would have liked to visit that one. Well, because, all the villages have their certain things, right? Their charms and treasures. Alright, we'll go over here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Go, lady, go. Alright, I wonder if the game would have been any harder if I was a man, though. Do you think, it's something to do... Well, no, I'm not being a sexist thing or anything here. But if I was a man, would they be, more into, trying to kill me? Is there, a certain psychology game that this game adapts? Okay, the path continues along the side of a line of trees. Suddenly an acorn lands on your head and you hear a tittering from overhead. The fox grants you strength. More elven in the trees hurling acorns. Alright, so they're a bunch of assholes, but they're not doing any real harm. That could affect my stamina. But I don't really want to kill them in case, it turns into a fight, then I really start losing my stamina. Walk on by. You are pelted by more and more acorns, as well as some sticks and branches. You break into a run. Soon you're out of reach of the annoying creatures. I lost 2 stamina. Alright, but I'm nearly at... oh, it's a town. I could use a town. They're probably going to be dicks, though, aren't they? There's going to be one guy and they'll be like, oh, you're gay, so give me all your money. And I'll be like, no. And they'll be like, okay, then. I can't get over that. Right, fine. So what happens next? The sun is now just past its zenith. I don't know what that means. So, horizon? And everywhere a dusty heat rises from the baked earth. Is it baked like a potato? You begin to think about where you will stay for the night. Another night sleeping out in the open would be best avoided. But then you see a small village set into the hill. Well, I would have just gone into it if that was an option, but it's not. Look at it. Smoke rises from the stacks. The houses are well set with stone at their bases and thatched roofs with grasses and thick leaves. There is unusually more than just the one street running through the centre of town, but it is as though this place, once rich, has had its scooped away. Litter surrounds the buildings, and on the edge of the village are rows and rows of empty, abandoned houses. You continue your slow trudge along. They could never just have like a nice place. It could never just be like a normal town, could it? I mean, I went venturing across the UK, and I never ran into one of these messed up villages. No, I want to enter. I don't care if there's a fucking dragon here. I'm going to these villages. Oh, what we got? You walk into the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and stare at your strange clothes. I don't really care. Keep going. These people are unimportant. If your mission fails, they will not survive long. But they cannot survive long out here regardless. Okay. I want a bit of both, to be honest. Because I wouldn't mind going for a beer, but I don't trust this place. I wouldn't mind resting, but again, I don't trust this place. I need my stamina back, so let's go to the inn. Alright, the village is small enough that you find an inn simply by walking around. The woman who runs the place stands in the doorway with her arms folded. Are you from the king? She demands. See, lying worked last time. I think the truth is that I am on a mission for the king because the king helped me back. It says, oh, the king wants you to, I don't know, do his laundry for him. And this might be the owner of the inn, so I don't want to say get out of the way. I think lying is the smart move here because she might try and rob me or something. Or maybe there'll be some people that don't like the king here. I'm a mere traveller. The woman narrows her eyes at you. This is the guest house, the best in Cristitanti. Only guests stay, and any guest of mine knows it costs me 3 pieces to host a traveller overnight, and 2 to feed them. But it's all between friends. My stamina is getting low. I've got rations for food, but I'm quite surprised it's quite expensive for gold, no? Okay, cool. I'll take a room. Okay, I got some stamina back. That might help. I'll take a room. The woman shows you the way upstairs to a room. There are 3 other guests already staying and asleep, so you settle quickly. The bed is not clean, but it is comfortable, and after the long day and all its narrow escapes, you are grateful beyond measure for the rest. And I'll eat some of the provisions. Cool. And now I've got like loads of stamina left, so if something attacks me, I'll be ready. Okay, before you close your eyes, you quickly eat a quantity of your cheese and bread. You feel better for it, and it'll help you sleep. Alright, good. What? See, look at that! Now I've got the engine of the Flash from the DC universe. Okay, your dreams are vivid. You feel yourself tied up, surrounded by snickering faces. Great. Thin creatures with long fingers are picking at your pockets and the stitching of your clothes. Oh no. You feel magic boiling inside you, but it cannot be released. Oh, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? Meanwhile, the food in your bag is rotting, lovely, wet through from the sweat of your back, and in the distance a deep voice is booming with laughter. The long, cruel fingers of one hand are coiled around the metal frame of a crown, and with the other, he beckons you forward as if into a trap. So was that just a bad dream? Because honestly, everything was going great until you gave me that horrible nightmare. So now what? What we got? You wake early. Okay, so that was all just a dream, right? I'm just a bit anxious, right? Please don't trick me like that. You wake early and sit for a moment in no great hurry to leave the village. This is now the 3rd day of your journey and your muscles in your legs are feeling lean and strong from so much walking. You spend a short while enjoying the peace, then unhurriedly collect your possessions and set off along the path. Okay, so I've not been robbed. I mean, except for daylight robbery. Fucking 3 coins for a room. Cristitanti is surrounded by several miles of field, a filthy town set into a bowl of mud. As you follow the path between lines of sun-baked crops, you come to a fork in the road. The right-hand way leads past a set of outbuildings, while the left heads directly off into deep woodland. Okay. I don't know what the smart thing is to do here. I'm going to make my choice this episode, because I want to kind of look forward to that next episode. And also be like my last choice, because I've only got this next episode left. So, I don't think either of these ways have a particular benefit. They both lead to Dumpus. There is something in the woods there that's quite interesting. In the Mediki. Sounds like a nice place. And Care is still up there. I wouldn't say we're halfway, maybe just below halfway. So I don't know... Do I want to go to a ruined city with these buildings here, or do I want to enter the woods, risk attacking something? I'm really curious what that little building is there. I don't think the ruins are going to be that... But then the ruins might have buildings free where I can sleep, and that might help me. What does jackal mean? Your spirit is the jackal. The jackals are cruel and clever beasts who take no risk and makes no mistakes, travel great distances. Okay, so a prayer will heal you, but after a prayer, your spirit will not hear you again for some time. Well, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I have to say, I'm too curious about that little opening there. That looks kind of interesting. So I'm going to go enter the woods. The woods. I changed my mind at the last minute. You are more than content to leave these villages behind. The backlands are filled with vermin, and this village marks the start of it. For a short while, the sun is feverish, and then you are between the trees once more, and everything becomes cool and still. You walk for several hours uneventful. This is land that was never settled nor explored, and very few travel this way. In places, bushes and shrubs have grown over into the path. Okay. So now I've got to think, do I need to move cautiously or hack my way through? I think I know what I want to do, but I am going to end the episode here and leave you guys guessing, because I feel like next episode we're going to find something in the woods and things might get a little bit interesting, but I don't know what to expect. There could be a witch in the woods, there could be, I don't know, maybe a wolf trying to do a bit of a Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know, anything could be there. Maybe it'd be someone actually decent, but I guess you have to wait for the next episode. If you want to play the game yourself, see if you can get through these enchanted forests, if there's even any magic in them. There'll be a link to the game in the description down below. And without further ado, the Mrjacharles, it's time. See ya!